How are you doing? You're in a
I'm
hotel, so you're not home?
no, I'm not home. I'm never home. I live out of a suitcase from now on. I don't know how I got here, but yes, not home.
So you're stressed out, or is it all fun times?
Both. A lot of stress. I mean, it would be nice if I could just kind of get home for a little bit, but this is a sign that things are going well. And after 2 years of staying home, I can't complain. So it's a welcome stress.
You're together now, as I just saw, but usually every band member is in a different place, if I'm not mistaken. How did you manage to like write music together, or how do you practice if you're not together? Are you like a home office band now, as we all are?
Kind of. I mean, the last album, Power Trio, released in 2021, we wrote a lot of that album set up remotely because we were in lockdown. We couldn't be in the same room together. So that kind of taught us that we don't even have to be in the same city. So JC moved to Finland. Rich, who was here earlier, he moved to Prince Edward Island, which is across on the other side of the country. And Canada being the second biggest country in the world, that's very far away. And so um, the the risk was, will our writing remotely take away from the songs or the energy from the songs? And that was what I was worried about. But when we, jigsaw it all together, you could really feel the energy still. The energy is still contained. And then when we recorded this album, this new one, Electric Sounds, and it was all mixed, feel the energy. The energy was there. And we recorded it separately. We wrote it separately. But we rehearsed it and we play it together live. So it works. Everything really worked. I'm pleasantly surprised, very relieved about that.
Speaking of the new album, it does sound it's a very good mood. It's also very, I don't care, I don't give a shit. I feel like it has many catchy songs. This album was written though during a time where we all actually felt better, like after COVID and all this shit that has happened. Was that
True.
kind of this exhilarating feeling for you, and that's why it sounds this way, or am I imagining things maybe?
I don't know. That's hard to say. I'm trying to remember and jog my memory as to how I felt. No, I think just to get a little personal, if you don't mind, home life for me is chaos right now. So, and chaos in so many ways. Like the pandemic for me was, a lockdown. Everybody was in lockdown, but I winced at what would have happened if there was no pandemic for me, and certain family members started not doing so well and they needed help. And if I was touring, I would never have been able to be there for them. So in a way, in a weird, twisted way, the pandemic kept me home to be there. And the pandemic seems to have gone down, but nothing has really changed on my end. No, I wrote it as an escape from all that. So I literally would go down to the basement, literally to escape what was going on upstairs. And that's how some of these songs came about. And so, without getting too personal, I'm surprised we even wrote the record. I mean, I'm surprised they even came up with riffs, but now looking back, I'm like, well, that was your escape.
I see.
So, yeah.
Well, it will feel like an escape to many people listening to it. So if that makes you feel better, because it's like to me it sounds like very hopeful, and it's a very good mood. What do you like? Sorry, did you want to say something?
Well, no, I was just going to say, like, I'm glad you feel that way because it's probably something that I wanted to convey, or I writing those lyrics, especially the lyrics, I kind of wanted to put it in the song, some sort of hope. Like a song like Shake Your City, I wrote the riffs and the lyrics in my basement. And I kind of, now I can remember, I kind of visualized us going on tour.
Mm.
So.
What do you like most about the new album? We've talked about the writing process, that it was probably not super easy for you, but what's your like favorite song? Which one do you think will go like work best live and make people go crazy, make people happy?
Well, I mean, I never pick the singles because I'm too close to it. I always take myself out of the conversation.
Mm.
So whoever picks them, you know, whatever. I love all the songs, so whatever you pick as a single, it doesn't matter to me. But my personal favorite is "She's My Baby" off the album. That's not a single. That doesn't sound like a single, but I love how lyrically how that went, what inspired that song, and I just love that song. Uh, but in terms of like playing live and kind of getting a reaction, I think "Shake Your City" is a good one. "Good Time" is a good one. "Eye for an Eye" is a good one, and of course the lead off song "Guess Who's Back" is the song we're starting all our live shows now with, and I think that's pretty much the permanent opening track of all our shows from here on in. So looking forward to playing that as well.
Do you want to talk about what inspired baby? I'm
"She's
sorry,
My Baby."
the song, or is it too personal?
um, sure, it is, but also lyrically from a songwriting craft point of view, I was listening to a lot of Sparks last summer, like nonstop almost, and while I was writing, and Sparks have an album from 2002 called Little Caesar, and there's a song on it called "How Do I Get to Carnegie Hall?" And so the chorus is, "How do I get to Carnegie Hall?" And the answer is, "Practice, man, practice." And so if you hear the song "She's My Baby," the chorus is, "Who's that girl who looks so good?" And the answer is, "She's my baby." And we got Tyler Stewart to ask the question because from the Bare Naked Ladies, he's a drummer in the Bare Naked Ladies. And because I couldn't I couldn't ask the question and answer the myself. It just wouldn't feel like there's a difference. So he came in, he's really good with impressions. He's got a sketch comedy background. He's a funny guy. And, you know, Eric Ratz, the producer, and myself, all of us know Tyler for years and years and years. And we've been friends with the Bare Naked Ladies camp for years. So it was an easy thing for him to come down. And he's such a nice guy and hilarious. So that's a great special song. And then there's another song called "Get High," which is going to be the next single. And that features Damian Abraham from the band Fucked Up. He's one of my best friends. He's on the song. And we just shot a video for it in Vancouver 2 weeks ago. And we saw the final cut and it's hilarious. And Damian's such a great frontman, such a great, powerful singer. And he just added to the song.
You just said you don't pick the singles because you're too close. Who does? Does it like someone in the band or just the label or whatever?
No, no one in the band, I don't think. I
Oh,
mean, I think it's the label and the management, and I think they ask other people, and you know, I don't care what gets picked. People think like people are surprised. You don't pick the singles? First of all, I'm too close to the song. I mean, I'll pick "She's My Baby" if I'm given the choice because of the Sparks reference. That's not how to choose a single. So I'm very, very biased, and I can't see the songs objectively.
yeah.
I think everybody would. I mean, if there was a drum solo in the middle of a song, I think Rich would pick that as the single. You know what I mean? So you have to step back and let other people who with fresh ears too, because I've heard the song 500 times in various stages. So it's not fair for me to or any of us to pick the single, I think.
Yeah, makes sense. But for some bands, it's very important to like take care of this and also the order of
Let
this.
go,
You don't.
let
Okay.
go of that control. It's not for you. You
Okay.
know, when you release an album into the world, it's for someone else, man. You know, like if you didn't want that, you wanted that control, then don't release the album. Just listen to it in your headphones on your iPhone.
Okay. Have you noticed your voice changing over time? Do you use it differently now than you used to, would you say?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I think so. When I was younger in this band, I sang from my throat, and I've learned over the years to kind of sing more from my diaphragm. I still sing from my throat. I'm pretty sure there's a schooled singer out there who's like, "Oh, he's terrible," but I try my best to sing from my diaphragm, and what do you call this? Just project more.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Have fun. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.